today we learn the development chapter. So, at first, what every country wants to attain: economic growth and economic development. So, underdeveloped country wants to be developed economy. Development. Development refers to the sustainable increase in living standard. That means the development of a country happens only when the development in health care, better education, more job facilities and higher per capita income. So there are three types of development or three approaches to the development. That is traditional approach, middle approach and recent approach. The three approaches to the development. One is traditional approach, middle approach and recent approach. Traditional approach means increase in national income. Middle approach means increase in per capita income. And recent approach means human development. But development for one or for me may not be development for others and may be destruction for others. Materialistic development like income, GDP, gross domestic product. GDP is the total market value. GDP is the total market value of all the goods and services produced within a country in a specific duration of time. Besides income and GDP, there are also money. Quality of the life depends upon non-material things like equal treatment, freedom to life, opportunity to learn and respect from others. Non-materialistic development things like HDI, Human Development Index, literacy rate, infant mortality rate and net attendance ratio, etc. Comparing countries on the basis of the total income. Total income is the most important attribute for comparing countries. More income means more things that human beings can buy. But is the total income is only helpful for comparing the developed or non-developed countries? Total income is not an appropriate measure to compare two countries because comparing two countries on the basis of the total income will not indicate about distribution of income among the people and living standards of the people. That means if the country has higher per capita income but the income is not distributed among the people properly to everyone, that means we cannot justify any country on the basis of only per capita income. So, we have discussed the per capita income, but do you know what is the meaning of the per capita income? So, let's study. Per capita income means it is called the average income. Per capita income is equal to national income by total population. So, now let's study the uses of the per capita income. The uses of the per capita income. It is used for the development report brought out by the World Bank. Per capita income is used as the criteria for classifying countries, one or more countries. So here are some per capita income presented on July 1, 2018 by the World Bank. India comes in the low middle income countries. US $1820 per annum. Other important comparison criterion for comparison, that is educational facilities, health facilities and public facilities. Educational facilities are measured by literacy rate, net attendance ratio and gross enrollment ratio. Health facilities include measured by infant mortality rate and life expectancy. So now we will study all of these one by one. So, can you tell me how education leads to the growth of a country? No tension, I will tell you. How education leads to the growth of a country. Attainment of various skills and knowledges leads to the increase in productive efficiency. Then productive efficiency leads to the increase in production, and increase in production leads to the increase in national income and growth of a country. So now we will discuss the various measures of the education one by one. So on the previous year we have learned the 3 measures of literacy. We will again revise it. We have learned that there is literacy rate, net attendance ratio and gross enrollment ratio. So first, literacy rate. Literacy rate, the proportion of the population above the age of 7 years which can read or write in any vulnerable language is known as literacy rate. That means any person who can read or write in any language is known as literacy rate. Net attendance ratio. Net attendance ratio means total number of children of age group of 6 to 10 attending the school out of total number of children in the same age group. Gross enrollment ratio. It is a statistical measure used in the educational sector to determine the number of the students enrollment in primary, secondary and higher education. Statistical measure primary sector, secondary sector and higher education. Now health facilities. Health facilities are again measured by infant mortality rate and life expectancy. Infant mortality rate. Now, health facilities. Health facilities are measured by infant mortality rate and life expectancy. Medical facilities are provided to people so that the work efficiency of the citizen can be improved and the country would develop. Infant mortality rate. Previous year we have also learned the infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate refers to the number of deaths of infants before the age of 1 year of age. Higher the infant mortality rate, the lower the development. So, infant mortality rate should be lowered. Life expectancy. The average numbers of years a newborn child would live is known as life expectancy. Life expectancy at the birth is also known as the longevity. Higher the life expectancy, higher availability of the better medical facilities and then the higher country's development. So I think that the health facilities and educational facilities are clear. So now we will discuss about the public facilities. Public facilities. Facilities provided by the government to the general public for the welfare purpose. For example, public distribution system or PDS, government dispensaries, schools, street lights, etc. Importance of the public facilities. Adequate availability of the public facility help in the development of a country or state. So, do you know why Kerala not having more per capita income than Punjab? Then also, how Kerala is a developed country? Kerala is considered as a developed country than Punjab because even if the per capita income of Punjab is higher than the Kerala, because Kerala has higher literacy rate and lower infant mortality rate. Human Development Index. It measures the economic welfare and status of the development in a particular country. So what Human Development Index means? Measuring the economic welfare and status of a development in a particular country. It also measures the average achievements of a country. Like example, United Nations Development Program UNDP developed the Human Development Index for the first time in 1990 in its Human Development Report. Now, construction of the Human Development Index. Human Development Index also include the three factors, that is long and healthy life, longevity, and educational attainment knowledge, a decent standard of living. So now we will say that what are the four indicators of the three dimensions of Human Development Index. One is life expectancy at the birth. Life expectancy at the birth. A long and healthy life is measured. Knowledge is measured by the Educational Attainment Index, which is the combination of adult literacy rate and combined primary, secondary, tertiary and gross enrollment ratio. A decent standard of living is measured by the GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power parity in terms of the US dollars. GDP means gross domestic product.